Hey loves, and welcome to Heart Love Messages. My name is Crystal. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you are already subscribed here, welcome back. So just a quick message before we get into tonight's reading. Personal readings are now closed, but I do want to thank everyone who has booked a personal reading with me thus far. Thank you so much for your support. All of you have been absolutely amazing. Also, thank you to everyone for all the love that you pour into the channel on a daily basis. Thank you for the donations, the likes, the comments, the subscribes. All of you are absolutely amazing. If you would like to join us over on Patreon, you can find all of that information posted in the description box below, okay? So tonight I have a no contact message from your person. I'm going to be pulling from this deck here just to see how they're currently feeling, okay? How they're currently viewing you and or your connection, as well as what are the most important messages that they would like you to know at this time, okay? So this is going to definitely take just a deeper look into their mental and emotional process at this time, okay? Let's get the first message here. Wow. The first message that we have is divine timing. So what's interesting about this energy is that this card has not come out in a while. But when it does, I already know that this reading is going to be pretty specific because this card holds a very sacred vibration. I'm picking up on a connection that wasn't supposed to happen the way it did, okay? This is how you view this as well as how your masculine views this. This is someone who, when you first came in contact with them, you had a totally different perspective of them. Maybe they weren't your type. Maybe they gave off some type of like player type of energy here. But whether you know this or not, they felt the same way about you. However you both were presenting externally, you immediately prejudge one another based upon your outer appearances. But there was also an opportunity for you to kind of peel back the layers and you both realized that you were wrong. So what's sticking out here is that you may have wrote this connection off as something that wasn't supposed to happen because there were physical barriers that presented themselves in the beginning. But there's always been divine timing over this connection. So even when you thought that this was kind of too good to be true and that nothing was happening, the universe was up to something this entire time. Wow. Okay, so this energy is very specific, but I'm picking up on a divine feminine that literally has the ability to heal people with your love. And what's interesting about this is that once they get this experience with you, okay, once they experience you in this way, there is nothing or no one that can compare to what you showed them. Like, you really have this natural ability to touch people's souls. I'm getting clearly nothing about you is surface, okay? Your love is not surface. Your energy is not surface. You are a very deep feminine energy. And when you engage people, especially masculine energy, you have a way of like penetrating them, penetrating their heart space in a way that is completely unmatched. So you may have actually aligned with a lot of people on your journey who feel this way about you. And some of them may have come out and tell you this, but this is something that really doesn't need to be said, okay? The energy of this card is very sacred. So there's a divine masculine out there who's had the pleasure of crossing paths with you, divine feminine. And this is how they view you. It's like an honor to even know someone like you. Wow, this energy is literally giving me chills. But when this happened in the past, it almost seems as if there was like this kind of restrictive energy around this connection. So this is how they feel about you at this current time. They are really wanting to know what it's like to be your object of desire, okay? But because they never really got the chance to fully experience you. So this could very well be pointing to a masculine who you have never been with romantically, but there was definitely an energetic exchange here. If they have experienced you in that way, then this energy is actually heightened, and even more intense. Okay? But what's sticking out here is that you have always kind of left them wanting more. Or this is how they recall this entire connection happening. So you may also have two totally different stories of what happened between you both. But what's interesting is that, and what's coming through clearly, is that this is pointing to a masculine energy that has never gotten over you. And this is the part that kind of drives them crazy, because when they sit back and think about it, they feel like this connection didn't develop enough for them to even feel this way. So they may be asking themselves, why do I even feel as deeply as I do? There's this underlying energy of importance when it comes to you and when it comes to your energy, but that's also confusing to them as well, okay? So with this divine timing energy here, even though you both may feel like it wasn't supposed to happen in the way that it did, I'm getting that it was supposed to happen exactly the way that it happened. So even if you both were kind of pulled in different directions for whatever reason, all of that is beginning to make sense. I'm also getting in a perfect world. So this could very well be someone who you could actually see yourself with, okay, in the long run, because when this masculine thinks about their end game, when they think about their idea of perfection, what like a life would be like, having everything that they want, everything that they desire, they imagine a life with you at the center of it, okay? Wow, okay, this is someone who is in heavy thought of you, divine feminine. So you may be feeling this energy as well. You could just be getting bombarded with thoughts of this person. But yeah, this is very intense energy. Let's get the next message here. So the next message we have here is, wow. We have, I'm worried about you. Okay, so this is someone who's always felt really close to you. So maybe there's a very deep energetic bond, even from a distance. But as of lately, things are definitely happening on their end. And the way the energy is coming through is not necessarily making them worry about you, but it has them wondering if they should be worried. So divine feminine, I'm getting that you may be privy to seeing things in the 5D. Maybe you have a very active third eye, okay, very intuitive. You may see things in your dream state. You may be very tapped in telepathically here. But it's almost as if you kind of rely on the 5D to confirm things that you see in the 3D. But this masculine is actually beginning to experience very direct, very blatant signs about you. And it's happening in a way where it's absolutely undeniable. So this is not the normal, signs and syncs. This is almost as if the universe is sending them a direct message about you. This energy is very intense. They may actually be even scared, a little scared with everything that's happening right now. So this may be why, they feel like at this time, it may be time to face you, because they literally feel like they're being nudged by the universe. But there's also this underlying energy of fear here. So this may have them thinking about you, like your general well-being, where you are at this stage of your life, but this is coming through very protective as well. So this may be a masculine energy that feels like you need them in a sense, or they've received some form of information about you and where you are right now on your journey, okay? And it's making them feel really intense emotions. They're wondering if they should be worried, and wondering also if these feelings are coming directly from you, if they're coming from a higher power here, okay? But the universe is definitely showing this masculine something about you, okay? And it's pointing directly to your journey. I'm getting that the information may be coming in a little scattered, but it's blatant, okay? They may be seeing your name, they could be seeing your birth date. things that you spoke about could be popping up. You know, when you're like thinking about something and then you'll be randomly watching TV and you can hear the exact line, you know, that you were thinking someone says it. So it's one of those situations where it's like shocking and it's undeniable. You know, they cannot deny what's happening right now. It's definitely coming from a higher power. They feel like they're being nudged in some kind of way. But this is very clear that the energy is coming through very, very clear and concise, okay? So you may be picking up on this as well, Divine Feminine. Maybe you just randomly begin to get messages from this person. But this is definitely someone who you're at a distance from, okay? You're thinking about them, they're thinking about you, but you experience some type of intense, clear, concise communication from a higher power, and it's kind of alerting them a little bit, making them worried, okay? So let's get some more information to see what's going on with this, because this is really intense energy, okay? With that divine timing card, this is definitely a sacred connection, okay? Most definitely. The next message that we have here is, we are like magnets. Yeah, this is very, very intense. So if this is resonating so far, this connection is extremely rare. And there's a very strong pull that this masculine is feeling at this time. And Divine Feminine, you may be feeling this as well, okay? I'm also getting something here about the heart chakra. So you definitely could be going through a heart chakra activation at this time here, where you both may be communicating on a soul level. This masculine may not know how to verbalize this energy, okay? And I'm trying to find the right words to say this, because this energy is coming through extremely intense. But it's almost as if deep down you both have been sharing this secret. And it's interesting because you've never actually shared this with one another, but you both know that you are going to be together, okay? There was some type of confirmation that you received, and maybe you received this immediately. You know, sometimes it happens that way. You cross paths with someone and you just know that this person is very important on your journey here. But there's a heavy emphasis on this magnetic pull. This is how your person is viewing you, okay? That you two are literally magnets. And maybe they don't know how to verbalize this, but yeah. You received some type of confirmation that was directly from a higher power. And the reason, what's coming through clearly is the reason that you both know that this came from a higher power is because the love that you have for one another has been tested, okay? For some of you, you've been put through multiple tests. And you both have, at some point of this journey, let this go completely. You release this person and they release you. And what's interesting is that when this happened, you both still had this unwavering confidence that this was not the end, okay? This is rare. This message may be very specific because I'm getting this clearly. And I'm not picking up on a tumultuous connection. I'm not picking up on anything toxic, on anything that was cyclic, on anything that was extremely painful or hurtful to you, Divine Feminine. This was literally divine timing doing its magic here. You both had this understanding that you would be back to one another when the timing was right. And that's maybe why this masculine is feeling worried, because all of a sudden they're receiving blatant signs as if the universe is saying, now is the time, okay? The time is now. I hope this is coming out clearly, okay? Because it's almost as if your souls made some type of pact with one another. So if you're wondering how this masculine is currently viewing you or this connection, this is someone who has never even attempted to stop loving you, Divine Feminine. That was never an option. There was like this deep understanding from the moment that you crossed paths that you were the one. They never ever questioned that, okay? They never questioned that. This is definitely another level of love. And what's interesting here is that this is beyond what people would describe as love in the 3D. Because if it were measured by the 3D standard, you both would have totally disconnected by now. This will be completely over. Okay? So this is something else. This is rare. Okay? This is completely something else. You both have always kind of approached this connection with this genuine curiosity and also caution, okay? And this is, you know, this is really pointing to two people who understand love on another level. So maybe this is a connection that's taught you a lot. I feel like this person has been your teacher, okay? Even from a distance. And it's almost as if a higher power is coming through, letting you know that this is completely out of your hands. It has always been out of your hands, okay? And maybe that's something that's been in the back of your minds, you know, you and this masculine. Because, you know, there were moments where you were extremely close or in contact, and that served a higher purpose in your life. But there were also moments where you kind of repelled, okay? Because I'm picking up on that magnet. You have moments where you were drawn so close, like literally merging. And then there were moments where you completely repelled. So you may be in two totally different locations. You may have been on two totally different timelines. But I'm getting that each of these stages of your journey served a higher purpose, okay? And there was always like this kind of deep understanding of this. There's a deep respect here where you both respect one another enough to allow the universe to do its part in kind of assisting this journey. This is a very special connection I'm picking up on, okay? And I'm also getting that this may not be for everyone, but I'm getting that you've actually been in other connections, okay? You've connected with other souls on your journey, but solely for the purpose of spiritual development. And it's almost as if you both knew this on a soul level, okay? Or this is beginning to make sense to you at this stage of your journey, especially with this masculine, okay? So with this magnetic energy here, you both were brought together to teach each other about true love, about unconditional love, 5-dimensional love, okay? And to be selected for that, okay? Because that's not an easy journey as well. To be selected for that is very sacred. Like I was saying, something about this energy is very, very sacred, and you will know if this message is for you, okay? So you may be very, very spiritually inclined, but the way that you view love, divine feminine, is totally different, okay? Maybe you have always been this spiritually inclined, and you have aligned with different souls on your journey that have helped you to sharpen this aspect of yourself. But this masculine right here, okay, if you were questioning, this is definitely your person. Definitely your person. And there has been a higher power over this connection, literally orchestrating everything, okay, from day one. And this could be very well a look into their mental and emotional process of what this looks like from them, you know, really trying to put things together, really trying to dissect this feeling, okay? And then also receiving a lot of these signs, wondering if they should be worried, wondering if it's time for them to act, okay? Because they've had enough respect, you know, mostly for a higher power, but also for this journey to understand that there were things, you know, that you both had to learn separately, okay, before coming together. There's a very cautious energy with this. And a very, like a curiosity. So this is really, really beautiful energy, actually. Okay, let's get the next message here. Wow. The next message we have here is, I put you on a pedestal. This is so beautiful. Okay. I'm getting something about protection here. Okay, so divine feminine, you may not be aware of this, but there's a very natural quality that you possess, okay? And you have this ability where when you come in contact with masculine energy, they kind of automatically assume this very dominant, this very type of protective role with you. and they can't really control it. Okay, so there may be something very fragile about you, about your spirit, or about your soul. I'm getting this could be a side to you that you don't really openly express to most people, but they view this as sacred. Okay, and it's like they know something about you deeply. Okay, they feel like they know this for a reason. They feel like they wouldn't be privy to this information about you if it wasn't for a higher purpose. Okay, and at this time this may very well be being revealed to them. It's almost like they were given this assignment when it comes to you. And that's how it feels when you're awakened to this journey. There will be such a heavy pull, but there are also moments where you will know that the timing is just off. Okay, and trying to rush this can actually really alter the process and create an adverse reaction in your person. So this is someone who feels really honored to have aligned with you, because there's been this spark that kind of never went out. And also there's this like innate desire that you influence, you know, on a soul level when it comes to this masculine. There's such a divine balance here. If you're resonating with this message, you have a very powerful energy, divine feminine, where you literally may come in contact with masculine energy, and they may naturally assume this type of divine type of order or type of balance when they come in contact with you. Something, even if you present externally as if you are strong, as if you can, you know, do things, you're very competent, you're very assertive, but there's something very fragile. You know, you are the embodiment of the divine feminine. There's something very sacred about your energy, where when you come in contact with masculine energy, they automatically like assume this very powerful protective kind of energy here. And this is how this masculine is viewing you. Okay, there's a clear separation here. They literally put you and this connection on a pedestal. I feel like this is a look into their mental process, or how they would try to describe it if they even had the words, because this is like no words. Me even trying to verbalize what this energy is that's coming through in this reading. Okay, I hope it's coming through clearly, but this is very sacred. This is something very sacred. Okay, and I brought this up in the other readings, how this year alone is literally clearing so much karmic energy, that anything that is attached to you that is out of alignment is literally falling away. Divine love is rising. Okay, and this is how this masculine has viewed you from the first beginning. They clearly knew the separation. This is not something you had to communicate to them, divine feminine. This is your aura. This is your essence. Okay, so this is otherworldly. Okay, it's hard to explain, but there's definitely a feeling associated with this, a deep resonance that has never ever went away. And this masculine has felt this difference immediately. Okay, and they still do. This is someone that knew instantly, okay, who you were, but also had enough respect for you, for your journey, for themselves, their journey, and also a higher power to allow things to kind of unfold in a way where, you know, it would be best for you both. Okay, wow. Let's get the next message here. The next message we have is you're mine forever. Yeah, this energy is so beautiful. Okay, if you're resonating with this, you and this masculine were chosen to experience unconditional love in this lifetime. Okay, that's just clearly how it's coming through to me. You were called specifically for something deeper, for something more sacred, for something more spiritual. And I feel like this is a higher perspective of what that push and pull can kind of feel like in this dynamic. And maybe it's weird to say to someone, you know, maybe it's weird for this masculine to say that to you when they first cross paths with you. Like, hey, I feel like you are a part of me. Like, I feel like you're going to be a part of me forever. Especially when life kind of has you in two different places, or things seem to be going in a different direction. But this is your person's higher self coming through and letting you know that they can never stop loving you, okay? Because when you truly love someone, it doesn't go away. True love literally lasts forever. So Divine Feminine, you may be at a place in your journey where you're trying to figure out how this masculine feels, but this is deeper. You're trying to figure out how they feel on a soul level. Like you want to get right to their core. Okay, but more importantly, you want to know how these feelings are going to translate into action. And I definitely feel like you are about to find out. Okay, I feel like this is something that your masculine has been trying to figure out as well. But they have been under some type of, it's like they feel like you are an assignment to them. Okay, that's how it's coming out to me. Like they have been receiving instruction, when to come forward, when to wait, when to reach out. Like it's like this is something else. Okay, yeah, this is a connection that's been approached in a very cautious manner. You both maybe have questioned one another, the timing, the order of events. But deep down, you have this understanding that you are not fully in control. And also you understand that this is teaching you something about yourself that maybe you would have not received have you not had this physical vessel, your masculine, to show it back to you. And I feel like at this time, it's like a higher power is giving you a bird's eye view of it all. And most importantly, understanding that there are some things in life that you are just not supposed to know, okay? And that's the beauty of it all. It's living and enjoying this journey and understanding that what is given to you from the Most High will never be taken from you. And that you don't have to stress or you don't have to strain, okay? You can sit back and enjoy this because things are always moving and shifting, okay? And it's also for you to remember that this is always working out in your favor, okay? So your person wants you to know that, yeah, this is how they view you. They don't feel like there's an ending to this. This is something that has started and has literally never stopped. This is someone that has never even considered falling out of love with you, trying to replace you, trying to, like, they didn't even play those types of games because they knew that this was something different, okay? Wow. So even if you're at a distance from one another, something energetically was definitely sparked here. And depending on how energetically bonded you are with your person, there's something happening, okay, at this time. They are receiving massive signs from the universe about you. And this is coming in at once. It's making them feel really impulsive. It's making them feel a lot of emotions that they haven't felt in a long time, okay? Well, this intense. Let's get the last message here. Wow. Okay, major confirmation from the universe. There's so much going on behind the scenes, okay? Major confirmation. This is a rare connection where you both know that you have literally already crossed paths with your person. So I'm picking up on two people that may be in two very different places right now, but what you have an understanding is that God has already showed me my person, okay? But this has not been easy because you've had to actually trust that. You've had to actually hold space, you know, for that truth. But also you had to let go of all of your preconceived notions about what love should look like because this is not the same. Okay, this is something totally different. I'm getting, this is a connection that has kind of pulled something out of you that no other connection ever had the ability to do, okay? And right now, your person is feeling like the universe is definitely up to something, okay? Divine Feminine, I feel like you may know this as well because I keep getting something about your heart chakra. So I feel like you may have been making room, all right? Like almost like you and this masculine have been unconsciously preparing for one another, right? And you may definitely second guess this due to the many factors that are presented. And this is general, so there could be many different barriers that you have experienced on this journey with one another here. But I'm getting that there is so much that is going on behind the scenes that you know about, but there are also things that you don't know. And right now on your journey, it's like you both are being guided to trust that where you are is exactly where you should be in this moment. And the more that you kind of relax into this energy and knowing, fully knowing on a soul level that what's yours is yours, okay? That is an extremely powerful position to be in as it pertains to this connection. So I feel like you both may have assumed this very powerful, like total surrender. And things are shifting, okay? This masculine is receiving so many signs about you, almost as if the universe is telling them to take action now, okay? So this could definitely indicate that you're at this place where divine balance is happening, okay? And the more that you both, kind of assume this position of divine feminine, you resting and being the embodiment of that feminine energy, the more you rest in that and also make room and open up and be open and willing to receive, because that is your natural disposition. You are a receiver, okay? The more that you assume this position, the more you're masculine. It's like the universe is like, okay, it's time, okay? So this is extremely beautiful energy. I hope this came through clearly, because this energy is very, very intense. Okay, I did not expect the reading to go in this direction. So if you resonated this, you are an extremely powerful feminine energy. Not only that, you have a powerful connection here, okay? And a higher power is definitely over your connection. So I'm going to go ahead and end the reading here. If you resonated with this message, be sure to hit the like button on the way out. If you have not already, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.